Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the concept of OOPS. Object-oriented programming style. So what is the meaning of this? Let us talk in detail. Okay, so OOPS is one type of style to write programs. Okay, so that means you are a programmer, you are going to write a program. So this OOPS is one kind of approach, or it is a one kind of model to write programs or design softwares. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, to developing a software we need one kind of programming style. So that is the one of the style is called as OOPS, object oriented programming approach or object oriented programming style. This approach, that means this object oriented paradigm, so that is nothing but model, or this is nothing but approach. So this approach is used to design softwares or programs. Okay, so earlier we have procedural oriented language. So this procedural oriented language is very difficult to write a program. Okay, at the same time it is not securable. Okay, and it is not reusable. So what I'm saying to you, for example, we can take an ATM machine. So this ATM machine in the road, there is no proper environment. Okay, so that kind of environment is going to be provided by this procedural oriented approach. Assume that this ATM machine in the road, so anyone can enter into this ATM machine and they are doing the transactions without controlling of the money. So this is one of the difficult approach. So this kind of approach, it is nothing but object oriented approach. At the same time, whatever program code you want to write, this program code can be used in the next program or next kind of software we can't use. And to develop a game or to develop a real world application, it is very difficult, that is nothing but complex. So here this procedural oriented approach is focused on task, that is nothing but function. Okay, so what I'm saying to you, to write any kind of program in procedural approach, we are going to divide it into different kind of tasks. Like plus is one task, minus is one task, star is one task, slash is one task, all are comes under task. Each task we can call it as functions. Okay, so this is a basic introduction of procedural oriented approach. So this kind of approach is not suitable for our real time environment. So assume that your ATM is on the road and anyone can do the transactions. There is no kind of security and it is very difficult to manage bankers, and there is a chance to damage the ATM machine also, we cannot reusable. Okay, so this kind of functionality is done by the procedural oriented approach. Do you know what is the first programming language? That is nothing but Fortran, that is formula translation. So still some of the machines and some of the mainframes are using this Fortran. Okay, and after that we have COBOL, common business oriented language. Frequently it is used for the ATMs as well as banks. See, that means whenever your ATM is entering into that ATM machine, it is reading the some kind of program code that is earlier developing on the COBOL, and there is a Pascal. So Pascal is one of the popular programming language which is earlier used by the Mac OS. So these all are early programming languages, and after that one of the popular language is also called as a C language. So all languages are comes under procedural languages. Okay, all are comes under procedural oriented languages. What are the drawbacks? Very complex, difficult to develop the program code, and there is no kind of security. So everything is open, there is no kind of security, and the program code is we are unable to reusable. Okay, so these are the problems, and it is top down approach. So that's why let us discuss what is the top down approach. So that's why we are going for the other programming language, that is nothing but OOPS. See what I'm talking so far, OOPS or OOP, that means object oriented paradigm. So paradigm means model, or it is one kind of approach. This approach is used to design computer programs, and these computer programs are developing through the concept of classes and objects. So with the help of classes and objects we are going to write programs. So that is nothing but OOPS. So OOP is one kind of new model and used to design programs or softwares or computer related applications with the help of classes and objects. Okay, and this OOP approach is eliminates all the drawbacks of procedural oriented language. So what are the procedural oriented languages? So that is nothing but COBOL, Fortran, Pascal, everything is comes under procedural oriented language. Even C language is also comes under procedural oriented language, and it follows top to down approach or top to bottom up approach. So that means it is completely focused on problem, that is nothing but task. Okay, this task is based on the function. After that, next function will be executed. So this is nothing but top down approach, and so this is mainly concentrated on problem and its kind of solution. Okay, so the behavior of the system will not know the before developing the project. Okay, so that is the reason it is very difficult and it is very complex, and it is basically suitable for the only small projects, and it is very flexible with the embedded systems, and the nature of the program is very difficult. So that's why we are going for the object oriented approach. So this approach is very flexible as well as very easy to develop the program, and the program we can use reusability, and it kind of providing some kind of security. So and we can develop the complex projects, everything. So what I'm saying to you, this OOPS eliminates all the drawbacks of procedure oriented approach, and it is a new model to designing the softwares. Okay, see, OOP is object oriented paradigm, and this paradigm completely based on classes and objects. For example, we are taking the real world data like ATM. Okay, so ATM, so this ATM data we are going to consider. So while considering the ATM data, so the paradigm will be like this. So this ATM we can call it as data, and this data again classified into different kind of behaviors, that is nothing but methods. For example, in the ATM we are doing like banking is one method, and we are going to apply that checkbook is one type of method, and we are going to change the mobile number is one kind of method. So like that we have to request some kind of loan through ATM. See, these are like method 1, like method 2, method 3, and so on, method n. So this OOP is completely based on classes. So this classes contains data and methods. So if you go for the C++, we can call it as data members as well as member functions. But coming into the Java side, so this data we can call it as like properties, and these things we can call it as actions. Okay, so a class is combination of properties and actions. Who will execute this ATM? So this ATM is executed by account person or humans. Okay, so maybe John, maybe Raju, maybe Ramu, maybe Nancy. So like that, there are some kind of persons. The persons are using this system. So these persons we can call it as objects. Okay, so this kind of approach we can call it as OO paradism. So ultimately what I'm saying to you, object oriented approach is one kind of model or one kind of system. This system is used to designing programs using classes and objects. A class is combination of properties and actions or data members and member functions. Simply we can call it as data and methods, and it can be accessed by the objects in the real world. So, and it eliminates all the drawbacks of previous approach, procedural oriented approach, right? If you have any questions, let me discuss in the comment section, and thank you for watching. In the next video, we are going to talk about the basic concepts of